students, today I will discuss the numerical problems on locus diagrams. So to discuss the numerical problems on the locus diagrams, first of all we should know the VI relations in the basic passive elements, that is resistance, inductance and capacitance. So in a pure resistor, if you connect the AC supply like this, the voltage and the current flowing in the resistor are in phase with each other like this. And if you see the phasor diagram, we find this is the voltage waveform and this is the current waveform. Both are in phase. Similarly, for a pure inductor, the VI relation is voltage leads the current by 90 degrees. And if you see the phasor diagram, we find like this. So this is the voltage vector leading the current vector by 90 degrees. Similarly, in a capacitor, the current leads the applied voltage by 90 degrees like this. This is the voltage vector, this is the current vector, and it is leading the current vector is leading the voltage vector by 90 degrees. And if you look at the phasor diagram, we can see here, this is the current vector leading the voltage vector by 90 degrees. So let us take a problem. In the following circuit, the inductive reactance XL is equal to 25 ohms and resistor is 50 ohms. The applied voltage is 200 volts 50 Hz. Determine minimum current and maximum power and also draw the locus diagram. So here R is 50 ohms means it is the maximum value. So it can be 0 or it can change up to maximum 50 ohms. So given data can be converted into circuit like this. This is the 200 volt supply with 50 Hz and the inductive reactance is 25 ohms connected in series with a variable resistor 50 ohms, 0 to 50 ohms. So whenever we have the circuit like this, the first step which we have to do is first draw the vectors, voltage vector and current vector like this. This is the voltage vector and this is the current vector like this. Then make the variable resistor variable element value is equal to 0. So here variable element is resistor. Make it that R is equal to 0. When the R is equal to 0, then the impedance will become only the inductive reactance, that is 25 ohms. So in that case, the maximum current that flows in the circuit will become 200 by 25. This is the only maximum possible current in this circuit. So 200 by J25 means we get 8 amperes at an angle of minus 90 degrees. That means in a pure inductor, that is when R is equal to 0 means it will become pure inductive circuit. In a pure inductive circuit, voltage leads the current by 90 degrees. So you can see here, this is the maximum current flowing and that value is 8 amperes and this is the voltage vector. So current lagging the voltage vector by 90 degrees like this. This is the one point that we have to get first. After that, because we have the variable element in the series circuit, definitely we are going to get the semicircle with respect to this x-axis or current axis. When R is equal to infinity, no current flow. So the vector comes here, means here. So automatically the semicircle starts here and ends here. If the resistance is more than 0, then we get the current, resultant current like this. If the value is further increased, it will come like this. But here there is a minimum current, that is 0 here. So practically speaking, it is not possible. We cannot make this to, so the maximum value of the resistor is 50 ohms. Taking this and this full values, then we get the maximum impedance, that is 50 plus J25 means we get 55.9 ohms at an angle of 27.76 degrees. So then applied voltage divided by the maximum impedance will give us the minimum current that flows in the circuit, that is equal to 3.578 at an angle of 27.76 degrees amperes. So with respect to the applied voltage V, so we have to draw the current vector like this. This value is 3.578. What is the maximum current means when this becomes 0, that is the maximum current. So that we have already calculated with R is equal to 0, that is 8 amperes. Next. So what is the maximum power in the circuit, in the resistor? So that we get when the voltage across the resistor and the inductive reactance is same. That is, we are applying here what is called the maximum power transfer theorem. So that is, voltage across the resistor R becomes 100 volts, then maximum power is VR into the maximum current, that is 100 into 8 amperes. So we get 800 watts as the maximum power received by the resistor. Next, going to the second problem. So look at this. For the following circuit, if the inductive reactance is 25 ohms and the resistance is 50 ohms, the applied voltage is 200 volts at 50 H. Find the maximum current, minimum current, maximum power transferred, and the last one is draw the locus diagram. So to get the minimum current, we have to get the full value of the variable element impedance. Then if you look at this, XL is 25 ohms and resistance value is 50 ohms. So we can calculate what is Z, that is 50 plus J25, then we get 55.9 at an angle of 27.76 degree ohms. Then we can calculate what is the minimum current that flows here, that is V by Z, that is equal to 200 by 55.9 at an angle of 27.76 degrees. Then after simplification we get 3.5778 at an angle of minus 27.76 degrees amperes. Similarly, maximum current flowing in the circuit we can obtain by making the variable element impedance is equal to 0. Here variable element is inductance. Inductive reactance is 0, that is XL is equal to 0. Then the impedance will become Z is equal to pure resistor, that is 50 ohms. So then the current that flows in the circuit is equal to V by Z, that is 200 by 50. So we get 4 at an angle of 0 degrees amperes. So to draw the locus diagram, first of all, we have to see that the variable element impedance is 0. So then the circuit will become resistor, pure resistor connected in series with the supply. In a pure resistive circuit, the voltage and the current are in phase with each other. So this is the voltage vector and this is the current vector. So both are in phase means it will be like this. And that too, it will be the maximum value, and this is voltage vector and this is the current vector, maximum value. So if the further, if we look at this calculation, that is we obtain the minimum current, that current we can draw like this with respect to the voltage vector. And we know that minimum current is 3.5 amperes at an angle of 27.75 degrees. and that too current lagging. Minus means lagging. Why it is lagging? Because it is a inductor is present in the circuit. Automatically the resultant current definitely lag the voltage by some angle like this. So when XL becomes infinity, the current becomes 0 here. So this is the minimum current and this is the maximum current. So our locus diagram comes up to here, but because we know the theory behind it, so we get the semicircle like this, reaches 0 here like this. So let us take another problem. For the following circuit, find the maximum current, minimum current when XC is equal to 50 ohms, R is equal to 10 ohms, applied voltage is 400 volts with 50 Hz. So here the capacitor is variable whereas the resistor is fixed value. So here also the first thing which we have to do is make the impedance of the variable element equal to 0. Then find out what is the current flowing, that will become the maximum current flowing in the circuit, and then look at the element that is present when the maximum current is flowing in the circuit. Then know from the fundamentals how the V and I are related with that element. Then draw the vector diagram like this. When XC is equal to 0, R is equal to 10 ohms, it is already given. So this circuit will become pure resistive. In a pure resistor, the voltage and current are in phase with each other. In this case, the maximum current under this condition will become V by R, that is 400 by 10. So we get 40 amperes. So if you draw the voltage vector like this and current vector is 40 amperes, because it is a pure resistor, we draw that in phase with the current vector like this. That too it is I maximum. Then, so to know because it is a variable element, capacitor is varying, so definitely we get a semicircle which ends on the voltage vector itself like this. That is when XC becomes infinity, no current flows. So it becomes like this. But in this case, we have the capacitance value, that is maximum value is 50 ohms, and we have the fixed resistor 10 ohms. So we get some minimum current. It is not going to be 0. It is going to be some value. That minimum current we can calculate using this formula, that is V divided by R minus JXC. So that is equal to applied voltage is 400. 400 divided by 10 minus J50. Once we simplify this, we get 7.716 at an angle of 77.8 degrees amperes. If you look at this, this is the current flowing, minimum current flowing in this circuit with capacitance presence. So once the capacitance is present means definitely that current will lead the applied voltage by the angle like this 77.8 degrees, but it is not reaching this position because the presence of resistance in the circuit. So let me summarize once on numerical problems of locus diagrams. So we have seen how the voltage and current are related in the pure inductor, pure resistor, pure capacitor, and also we have seen how that can be used for a circuit where one of the passive element is varying, and we have seen how they in a series circuit the minimum current we get and how we get the maximum current with variation of the one of the element in this circuit.